Hey guys, Kevin, Muddy River Tactical. Thank you for joining me. Today we have the Springfield SA 35. So this is basically a clone of a high power, Browning high power. FN's made their version of it, and now Springfield has their version of it. This is one of those pistols that I've had for a little over a year now. Whenever they first came out, I got one just for the appeal of having one. I'd never really intended to shoot it. I was going through the safe the other day, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna at least give this a shot, shoot it, get my first impressions, then put it back in the safe. It's just, for me, it's just kind of not that it's a collecting gun, but it's just the collecting part of it that the high powers, are just such an iconic thing. I got a FN version of it as well. I got the high power, so I just wanted to have this to kind of finish and have all three of them. Overall, this gun just got that classic look to it. However, it does have a matte finish on it compared to like the Browning high powers have more of the gloss blued look to them, where this has the matte finish to it. I wish it had more of the gloss because it'd kind of go with the classic appearance that we're looking for, but overall this still has a really good look to it, and these wood grips just kind of fulfill that as well. So when I took this to the range, like I said, when I bought this I had zero intentions of shooting it, and then it just kind of ate at me over the time looking at it in the safe. And then what really put that over the edge is we started making holsters for these. So we got enough requests for people looking for holsters for Browning high powers, which in turn these fit as well. So we make SA 35 holsters, it'll fit the FNs and the high powers. So we start selling holsters, and I see the holsters going out the door, and it starts making me think about it. So I'm at least gonna shoot it a few times. And to my surprise, this isn't a gun that most people buy to go shoot, and it's not gonna have all the modern changes that a lot of these new guns have. It's just got texturing on here. There's not a lot of texturing on it. It's just the old classic look and feel. But with that said, this gun shoots surprisingly well. It manipulates very smooth. It's actually a fun gun to shoot. Still not one I'd shoot all the time, but it's got the controls on one side, the basic safety, slide release, the big hammer. So all this is just like the high powers. The beaver tail doesn't go super far back, but the hammer goes way down, so the hammer kind of goes back against your skin. So it's just the classic design. It could be better, but I like that they kept it as original as possible. Has a blacked out rear sight, a white dot front sight. This thing shot very accurate. I actually shot it out to almost 80 yards, and it shot super smooth and accurate, no problems at all. Reliability wise, I'm just gonna be transparent with you. I only shot 100 rounds through it. It had zero hiccups, which would be what I would expect. However, with a lot of these guns, just like the high powers 1911 style guns, I've seen a lot of reviews of people talking about, it gets to 1,000 rounds and have reliability issues. Well, if you don't clean these guns, you're gonna have reliability issues with them. 1911s are like that. I mean, it's not a Glock that you can just go throw in the mud and never clean and it always shoots. These are just kind of a different breed when it comes to that. So those people that are holding that against it, I don't fully agree with on this style of gun. Ultimately, dependability is the biggest factor to me, but this isn't a gun that is a concealed carry or really even a defense driven gun. So you can't really put that into the equation too much. The trigger on it is really fairly good. It's got just a nice break. The reset on it though is kind of terrible, to be honest with you. The trigger's all the way out before it resets. But like I said, this gun isn't a 2023 version with all the new stuff. This is a replica of like an old classic. So overall, this gun shot really good. I'm glad I took it out of the safe to shoot it. If you guys are looking for any holsters for the Springfield SA 35s, we have them. The Browning high powers, we have them as well. So my personal liking on the holsters for these is the leather look. It just keeps that classic going. But we do have Kydex holsters for them as well, and we're actually selling a lot of Kydex holsters. So I guess people are carrying these some and shooting them more than what I thought. But overall, if you haven't checked these out, definitely check one out. If you have any of the high powers, I definitely suggest getting one of these just to kind of complete the collection of them. But this is definitely worth a look, and at roughly $700, it's not a terrible value by any means. However, it does only come with one 15-round magazine, which I think Springfield kind of cheaped out on that, in my opinion. But they're in it to sell the aftermarket stuff as well, so it just kind of is what it is on that standpoint. But if you guys need anything, definitely check us out. Give us a call. We're always here to help. You can check all of our holsters out at muddyrivertactical.com. Until next time, keep practicing and always be prepared.